the ridership estimates that we used were somewhere between 130 and 130 and 270,000 riders per year, with revenue somewhere between $9 and $17 million. And you can see the impacts that we have broken down by regions. So we broke down our estimates into 4 different regions, and we used multipliers for these 4 separate regions that the 3C and D corridor will run through, starting in Cleveland, Elyria, metropolitan statistical area, then going through the greater Columbus area, going through greater Dayton, Springfield area, and then the Cincinnati metropolitan statistical area. So you can see here in Columbus, we're here for the Columbus Whistle Stop Tour. We project the economic impact in Columbus in the first year to be somewhere between $36 and $48 million of economic impact. Annual would be somewhere between 9 and 16. Jobs created in the first year somewhere between 400 and 520, and 60 to 110 year after year. And earnings generated somewhere between 22 and 29 million in the first year, and then ongoing somewhere in the 4 to 7 range. So, Greater Columbus region. The stations that comprise the Greater Columbus region, downtown Columbus. We also would have a Delaware one is planned right now, but of course, just like John was saying, these things are up for potentially changing, as well as a Crest line. We included that in the Greater Columbus region for our analysis. The total economic impact on the region, as we talked about, $36 to $48 million first year, generating somewhere between 190 and 250 jobs, mostly in the construction area industry. And the annual economic impact would be somewhere from 9 to 16 million. So I'm getting a little bit of lag on my click here. Okay, so we had some charts, and you can find all these on the All Aboard Ohio website, and you can really be able to dig in there. But as you can see, a large portion of these first year jobs, these first year economic impact, gross state product impact is in the construction area. But we also see, millions of dollars of impact in real estate and rental and leasing, millions of dollars of impact in the retail trade sector, millions of dollars in impact on healthcare, social assistance, and durable goods and manufacturing. So you see we had a number of different industries that would be impacted by this because, as you have people who are moving through and you need to support the workers, that people need to take out leases and rent areas to provide those services. They'll need to purchase things. These are all the broader impact that comes from an investment like this. There we go. Ongoing investment. So because this would be ongoing ridership that we're looking at, this shifts away from construction and comes more into transportation and warehousing. You can see about $14 million of annual economic impact that's coming from transportation and warehousing here. You also see impacts in the finance and insurance. Of course, as people are moving and people are taking part in these industries, finance and insurance industry will do well. Also, there will be millions of impact in the real estate and rental and leasing as well. So as far as employment goes, again, mostly in the construction area, you'll see we're projecting about 600 jobs in that first year in Central Ohio around construction, with retail trade, over 100 jobs generated there as well in that first year. And as far as earnings go, we also estimate that there will be impacts in the construction, healthcare, and social assistance and retail trade industries. But as you see, it's a wide range here too. You're also seeing impacts on technical services, durable goods manufacturing, wholesale trade, finance and insurance. It's a broad number of industries that will benefit from this new corridor. So we talked about here the top line economic impacts. There's a lot of things that are missing here. And as I talked about earlier in this report, I focus not just on the hard economic impact, which is what this study works on, but also the social impact. I think there are a lot of things that are missing here when we talk about like the social benefits and costs of rail. Things that we don't look at are things like that we haven't looked at yet and we'd like to look at in the future are the impact on automobiles miles traveled and the associated savings with that. That means emissions reductions, less CO2 reductions, impact on the environment. It means less traffic injuries and fatalities on the road. It means fewer dollars that are spent on people having to pay for gasoline, time that's spent on the road. There's a lot of time. There are a lot of things that are associated with driving that can be offset by substituting toward rail travel. We're also interested in looking at things like economic activity with development and property values, local station development costs, and potential economic development benefits around those local stations.